Recruiter here to review your resumes. The resume we have up first is a full-stack software engineer. I do not know if this is good or bad. They left me no information. So we're going to find out live if this is a good resume or a bad resume, and if we should yeet it and delete it or move it forward to an interview. So what do we need for a full-stack software engineer? We need degree, TypeScript, JavaScript, HTML, CSS. I think you may have heard me stutter, which, again, I did not sleep last night. I literally did not sleep, and I might be catching a cold. But I want you to look into my eyes. TypeScript, JavaScript, HTML, CSS. I don't care if one implies the other. Almost every single full stack role is requiring those. So you need TypeScript, JavaScript, HTML, CSS. You need it. I don't care how silly it is. You need it. Also, like I said, I am exhausted. I have not slept and I might have a cold, but if your resume is good enough to get past a sick recruiter who has not slept, it is a fantastic resume, because in the real world, guess what? That could happen. The person reviewing your resume might be getting 12 emails a minute from their boss yelling at them, while at the exact same time they haven't slept and their dog is barking, and they will be distracted. So if your resume can get past a deeply distracted recruiter, it's a good resume. So JavaScript, TypeScript, HTML, CSS, RESTful APIs or REST APIs, SQL, any of them, any of the clouds, just be specific. You can't say cloud. You have to say AWS, GCP, or Azure. Any of the backends, Python, C#, .NET, or Java, technically also like Ruby on Rails, but those are just really rare. React, React.js, Angular, Node.js, and Vue.js. You don't need all of those, but I'd say like 3 of them. DevOps, CI/CD, Agile, Git, and extra credit for large-scale AI tools and cross-functional. So, recruiters only have 20 seconds on the clock. Can we find this in 20 seconds? Is it good or garbage? Again, I don't know. Maybe it is good. So, 20 seconds and go. Okay, where is your degree? All the way at the bottom. Okay, you've got a master's. Architected a scalable hybrid RAG. Mostly. Hot dogs, candidate matching latency. I don't care about that. Architecture from PHP to Node.js. Okay, ingestion and workflows. No, irrelevant. And time. Yeah, this is a bad resume. This is a bad resume. Primarily because of the formatting. It makes it so hard for me to read, and it is mostly filled with hot dogs. And your resume needs to be filled with hamburgers to get an interview. So, I want you to imagine that you are hungry and you go to a restaurant, and at that restaurant I would like 1 cheeseburger. That's it. Just a cheeseburger. So the waiter says, all right, 1 cheeseburger coming right up. So they go back to the kitchen and they bring you 3 hot dogs with cheese on them. And they say, here is your cheeseburger. And you're like, this is 3 hot dogs with cheese. This is not what I wanted. They will say, no, it's what you wanted, because a hot dog has meat just like a hamburger. A hot dog has buns just like a hamburger. And a hot dog can have cheese just like a hamburger. So when you wanted a cheeseburger, what you really meant was 3 hot dogs with cheese on them. You would look at them like they were insane, and you would walk away without paying, because that is not what you wanted. That is the exact problem with here. Do I care about Redis? No, it's not there. Do I care about vector indexing and semantic retrievals? No. Do I care about reducing candidate matching latency by 45% across 100,000 job postings? No, that's not what I'm looking for. Developed asynchronous LLM agents? Again, that's AI, but the AI is a bonus here. And again, LangChain and Python is fine, but why do I care that you listed 10,000 here? And again, recruiters are not keyword hunting. I know what you're thinking. Like, whoa, you're just, why don't you just control F? And no, we're not doing that, because we're not keyword hunting. We're qualification hunting. And there is a big difference between keyword hunting and qualification hunting. Keyword, you can just control F, and then if you notice, everything I need is right here, right? It's all there. There's Python, JavaScript, there's LangChain, OpenAI, Claude, AI tools, SQL, Fast API. I don't see any cloud regardless, but that doesn't matter. I want you to take your skill section and cross it out, because I can't use anything there. So why not? A keyword is what the hiring team needs. A qualification is a keyword plus how you used it, plus the non-technical reasons you used it for the business, plus where you did it. And if it's not what, how, why, where, it does not count and should not be in your resume. So even though they had everything here except for cloud, which is really important, it does not count because they did not tell me how. Used RAG pipeline, again, that counts as AI. But why do I care that you reduce candidate job matching latency? That's not what I'm looking for. That's not a non-technical reason. So this doesn't count. Why do I care that you migrated backend architecture from PHP to TypeScript Node.js? That's at least some of what I'm looking for. Okay, to support scalable ingestion, I'm not hungry, and retrieval workflows for AI-driven job matching. Again, why does that matter? I don't know. You didn't tell me. And this stuff is not for the recruiter. This is for the hiring manager. I've seen more hiring managers decline candidates that have resumes based like this than I have recruiters. Now, what you want for formatting, although again, the problem with this is not just the formatting. The problem is that the bullet points are terrible. Formatting should be this. This is what you want your formatting to be. This is how you do it. The link is in the description below. And if people are saying, well, this resume stinks maybe because this person's an international, which you could assume, even international still should be getting way more, like have a much better resume than this. So when people follow my advice, they get a 1 interview per 7 application ratio. So that's for every 7 applications you send, you get 1 interview. That's what happens when people follow my advice. Now, there is a little bit of an asterisk there. I will be honest. If you are applying for only remote roles, it's about a 1 in 20, right? For every 20 applications, you get an interview back. If you are applying for an international role, it's about a 1 in 100, which is sadly really good for internationals as 1 in 100. That's how hard it is. OPT or H-1B, whatever. But this would not fly, and I have to judge everything as if they were, there was no H-1B or anything, which, again, recruiters shouldn't even judge people on, but not every company is able to do an H-1B, which is why it's so hard to find it, because you have to apply to jobs blind, and like 99% of companies don't do H-1B processes along with OPTs, and the 1% that do don't necessarily always advertise it. That's why their ratio is so bad. But this would not work. This is just a bunch of nonsense. And again, I didn't even see what I fully needed. The only things I did find, even if I was actually keyword searching, which I'm not, was TypeScript, Node, LangChain, which is good, and AWS, which is all the way down there, which I missed because you bolded everything. So this resume is a failure because it is hard to read. It has nothing I want. And it does not tell me the non-technical reasons you did it. You need to show the non-technical reasons you do it. Managers love the impact, and impact is not technical. Impact can never be technical. Impact has to be what you did for the product. And yes, I am aware that the entire goal of everybody in every company is either to make money or save money, which recruiters are on the latter, which is why most people don't respect them, because people care more about making money than saving money. But it doesn't matter how you save the money. I need to know the reason you did it, right? Like in this case, architected a TypeScript, JavaScript, HTML, CSS, and RESTful API and a SQL, whatever thing, so that our customers could have a lag-free experience. That's what I would like, right? Powered an explore jobs feature using metadata. What's metadata? I don't know. Why do I care about it? What is document discoverability? What is job search latency? Is that lag? I don't know. It's too technical. You need to assume that you are writing your resume for, in fact, I know this. You are all smart. You have a cousin or an uncle or an aunt or a parent or a grandparent that when you said, I am a computer science major, they say, oh, good, you can fix my computer. And what the problem with the computer was is they did not turn it on. The monitor was unplugged. You need to write your resume for that person, because that could be your manager, not just a recruiter. And if you do that, you will get a 1 in 7, or a 1 in 20 if it's fully remote, or a 1 in 100 if you're international. But that is all I can do for this resume because it just does not work and it's too chaos. Again, this is very hard to read. That's why you want this formatting, is it's easy to read, which is the only purpose of formatting. So before we go to the next resume, I just want to say if anybody needs help and they want their resume reviewed, you can join me on my live stream every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 11 a.m. PST on twitch.tv/headlessheadhunter and right here on YouTube. And to my members who get access to videos early, thank you very much for supporting this channel. I really appreciate it. If anybody wants to join, they can join in the link below, but thank you for supporting. I'm a small channel and your support means a lot to me. So thank you very much. And let's go to the next resume. This is a resume of a cloud engineer with an AWS focus. So what do we need? We need degree, AWS, Python, Bash, CI/CD, Agile or Scrum, SQL, Linux, Windows, Excel, GitHub, infrastructure as code, IAC, Terraform or Cloud Formations, CloudWatch, Kubernetes, explain complex topics and talk with non-technical stakeholders, troubleshooting, monitoring, optimizing cloud environments, and certs. So this person has a 1:75 ratio, which is good, but I am only judging this out of a cloud engineer. This could be an absolutely phenomenal full stack developer, could be an absolutely phenomenal help desk, but I'm only judging this as cloud engineer. This person said, I'm basically going for any tech role relating to my experience. Nope, do not do that. This is my general resume. Nope, general resumes are bad. Working on making multiple resumes for each specific role, so keep that in mind. No, I will not. I will judge this for what is in front of me, and generalized resumes rarely ever work. The fact that you're actually getting a 1:75 for a generalized resume is shocking to me. Normally they get close to 1:150, but let's see what this is. So, 20 seconds on the clock. And go. All right. Degree. Yes. Built-in agent orchestration tool. Okay. Cloud Codex. Store patches. No. Source noodles. This doesn't matter. Serverless RAG. AWS. Yeah. No. Now, again, this might be a great AI engineer, right? This might be a great some other type of engineer. But I am only judging on what is in front of me, because if you send a phenomenal AI engineer resume to a job that is looking for a cloud engineer, you're going to get rejected 9 times out of 10. Well, more than 9 times out of 10. So I don't really know what this is. This reads more like an AI engineer, which has some of the stuff I need for it, right? AI agent orchestration tool is really big. They really like that. But yeah, I don't really know what to do for this because A, the formatting is bad. B, I just didn't see anything I needed. I saw AWS, but I didn't see Python. I didn't see Bash. I didn't see CI/CD, Agile, Scrum, SQL, Linux, Windows, Excel, infrastructure as code, CloudWatch, Kubernetes, complex topics to non-technical people. I didn't see troubleshooting, monitoring, or optimizing cloud environments, or any certs. Oh, you have an AWS cert at the very bottom. Yeah, your education should be there. So, yeah, I don't really know what to make of this, and this is really hard to give advice. This person is in chat, but, like, there's not much I can do, and this goes for everybody, is your job title needs to be specific, because a full-stack developer with a little bit of Python is going to have a different resume that'll get them a job than a Python developer with a little bit of full-stack. So, maybe this kind of works for AI roles. I don't know. But I do not see this for anything involving cloud. I'm like looking at it more. And even then, the bullet points are way too technical. We really need to break this. Manage customer operations for other tenants. Wait, what? This is... Okay, so this is your troubleshooting stuff, but what is 60 monthly Amex Discover auto pay failures? What is an AV? What is a misconfigured AVS setting? See, this could kind of been technical, but this could have been the troubleshooting, but it's too technical. What is a misconfigured AVS setting? I don't know. Why does it matter that it's 60? In fact, 60 failures a month is not that much. Maybe it is, but it doesn't sound like it. I'd rather you just say eliminated Amex and Discovery failures by tracing them to an X where I Y'd. Then cut auction mail cert processing time. Why do I care about that? File conversion. Again, this is not related. Again, this could be related to troubleshooting. This is not. Brought average monthly past due 9. Why do I care about that? That's not what I'm wanted. Daily reports, don't care about. Manage customer operations for different tenants. Handling inquiries and account issues through resolution. That's good. This shows troubleshooting. I actually like that one. That one's pretty good. But again, I need a minimum of 3 keywords per bullet point, and I don't see it. But I don't see anything involving cloud here. I mean, I see AWS. I just don't see it for what I'm looking for. So I think that's all I can do for this, because this is not a cloud engineer. And if it is not written correctly, because I don't see any of this besides troubleshooting and AWS. And even then, the AWS is all over the place. So next, resume. This is a resume of an IT support help desk. Now, I will let everybody know, I try to update my keyword lists every 3 months. This is slightly outdated. The last time I updated this was March 9th, and it is currently June 17th. But as I am sick and have not gotten sleep, I do not trust me to fully find the new ones for this. So this is slightly outdated, and I'm sorry. It should be good enough to make your resume on, but there may be 1 or 2 of these things we need to switch around. But I just wanted to let everybody know so that they're not like, Lee, what are you doing? But this is also why I really want you to read my guide, which is in link below, because it tells you how to get this, and you should be able to get these better than me once you know how to do it, because I can only update these once every 3 months. You can update these every couple of weeks. So 20 seconds on the clock. We do not know if this is good or bad. This person just made it. They said they're working for a logistics department. The IT cyber team knows that they're studying and are interested in me joining them, which, if that's the case, your resume may not matter. If a referral basically ignores the resume. Like that's what a referral does, is if the referral is a part of the hiring team or the manager themselves, a referral says, I don't really care about your resume most of the time. You can go through without the resume step. That's what it usually means. So this resume may not matter for this, but they wanted to give me something to look at as they needed to submit it quickly. So let's see if this is good or bad. 20 seconds on the clock. And go. Okay, degree, good. Okay, good. Land has been designed full in active fine family law firm. Network diagrams, IP address, to connecting files, printing for business. Provided customer service technical staff to staff, diagrams of fixed winter print connections issues. It's not bad. It's not great. This is maybe a 1 in 50. The big thing here is, again, it's a lot of keywords, not a lot of qualifications. I feel like you could have gotten deeper into it. Like, and your first sentence is... Okay, so first off, I need to change the guide, but it should be work history, right? Or project. So your work history and project should be separate. All right? Work history and internships, and then projects. So we need to make a separate one for work history and projects. Now, as this was a project, it's okay if there's not a ton in there, but I believe... See, is LAN-WAN in this case good? This is okay. I just want more. So I really wish these were combined. And I'd like you to say something like, built a full LAN and Active Directory environment for a simulated law firm to deliver reliable connectivity to DNS, DHCP, and printing for the business to ensure operations. Like, I feel like these are both half of one sentence, even though you don't want to just combine them because you can only have a maximum of 3 lines in it. But it's just a little anemic, right? Like, I want a little bit more. Like, design and built environment to simulate law firm to support operations. Cool. How did it support the operations? What else did you do? Was it Linux? Was it Windows? Was it Android? You know, like, I want a little bit more. And then created detailed network diagrams, kind of a hot dog, hardware, hot dog, and planned IP addresses, hot dog. But DNS and DHCP are not, nor is file sharing and printing, because that's actually a common help desk thing. So again, like, it's half a hot dog, half a hamburger. And then here, provided customer service and technical staff. How? Like, I want more, right? Like, my example resume actually has this, which is like, handled a large lunch rush by providing customer service and multitasking while making their food, which resulted in multiple 5-star reviews on the Google page. You don't even need the Google page one, right? You can just say like, here, like operated our point of sale, in this case, fixed a company's printers, or what did you do? What was this? Diagnosed and fixed Windows 10 and whatever else, right? So customers could have easy access while keeping them engaged with customer service. So yeah, you would just have, again, my brain is so tired right now. It would be like the technical stuff here. And then instead of collect money and perform basic math, you would say keeping them engaged with customer service while I fix their technical issues. So you have the right idea here, especially I think you said this was your first resume. You just didn't go far enough, right? And then like, does this need to be 4 bullet points, or can it be 2 or 3 pretty big ones? Maintain inventory of computer and tech, kind of a hot dog. Use Microsoft 365 to streamline equipment cutting. Good, we want 365. But the rest, and helping deadlines is good. But again, this is 2 keywords. Design this, printers and connectivity issues, pretty solid. I want it better than minimizing downtime. And I think this is really only 2, and this is 1. So again, not bad, but I just want a little bit more. You either have the keyword and the how, but not the what, or you have the keyword in the what but not the how, or you only have 1 keyword when I want 3 minimum. So for a first attempt, this is not bad. Again, I think this is nowhere near the worst resume I've ever seen, and it's probably close to a 1 in 75 maybe. So it's, yeah, but you just need to go a little bit more. Like, trust yourself to put a little bit more. Sorry, that's all I can say. Trust yourself, do a little bit more, beef up these sentences a little bit with a little bit more hamburgers, and a little bit better about the non-technical reason you did it. But overall, it's pretty solid. I just wanted just more. Next resume. This is a resume of a full stack software developer. So what do we need for a full stack software developer? Well, we did not do one today. Oh, did I mess up? I messed up my bookkeeping. All right. So yes, we did. TypeScript, JavaScript, HTML, CSS. The rest of this, you know. So this person has stated that their previous resume is unknown, but they're currently searching for AI engineer roles, which is different. If you want an AI engineer one, that's different than full stack. They recently created this resume following your guidance, and I received 1 online assessment after around 70 applications. So we need to make this better, but there's still stuff that is good about it. So it's not like a trash it. But there's probably a lot of stuff that we can use to improve it. So let's find out. All right. Unless actually, if they need a visa, then again, a 1 in 70 is actually really good. So 20 seconds on the clock. Can we find what we need? 20 seconds. And go. This should be 1 line. This should be 1 line. Built and maintained full stack features for communication platform, developing Java Spring Boot, microservices, RESTful API and React, JavaScript, HTML, CSS. Okay, that's okay. Architect and optimized vendor pipelines using Firebase. Kind of a hot dog. Design implementing Kafka, Docker, AWS gave the pretty sure reliable software development a little bit more, and time. I can see why this is getting some, but it's not the worst. So first things first, I don't need to know when you started, right? I don't need to know when you started. I only need to know that you graduated. And since you have both of these are this is the equivalent of computer science, I believe, in that. So I don't need this. You already have a master's. You already graduated with it. I don't need the bachelor's in the same thing. Now, if that was like industrial organizational psychology in a bachelor's, keep it. But since your master's is the same topic as your bachelor's and you have graduated, you only need to keep the most top one. Now, remember, I messed up. It should be work history and then projects in the second one. And for projects, we do not need the dates of employment. Projects are projects. You know, you can do whatever. So I like some of this, and I like to tweak it. Built and maintain a full stack features for communication. Just say built, right? Built. Maintained is fine, although I think some people don't look favorably upon it. So built features. Let's do features for a communication platform using Java, JavaScript, HTML, CSS, React, RESTful APIs. Keep it to those for the first one. To deliver secure real-time communication. And I don't understand community engagement. You may want to clarify this one a little better. But to secure real-time communication on a communication platform at least makes sense. And then down here, architected event-driven, a RESTful API, microservices, SQL, and probably something else, because this only has 2. Designed and deployed scalable backend in Kafka Docker. Actually, I prefer this to be switched a little bit. Your first bullet point should be built features for communication platform using Java, let's do one in between. Java, RESTful APIs, JavaScript, HTML, CSS in an AWS environment. That should be in the top one. And then the rest of those you can move to here, because AWS should be in your first bullet point. That's really big. People love cloud, right? If it was GCP or Azure, it'd be also good, but they really want to see that, and they want to see that first. So you want to be like in an AWS environment. And then the rest of these you can combine, because again, there's only 2 here, which is SQL and wait, is there 2? There's only 1 here. Okay, there's kind of only one here. Like, if you really want to go with product, I need to see that you've done like 0 to 1. So if you wanted to add like architected and optimized 0 to 1 product improvements using X and Y. Move AWS here. Keep this at a maximum of 6, right? 6. Cannot type. And then combine the rest of the stuff that you're missing here. But I like some of this, right? I just need a little bit better here. It's not the worst, but just want a little bit better on the Y. Develop government policy using Angular and TypeScript. Good. Enable to query complex to perfect. Almost perfect. I need one more keyword here. Remember, a minimum of 3, a maximum of 6. Express.js, handling, running, validation, communication, AI, supporting, perfect. This has 4, which is good, so I would probably move one of those up at the top since this only has 2. Engineer to RAG pipeline using Python, LangChain, OpenAI, AWS, and Git. LangChain is good. RAG is something I would want to see. Pinecone Vector DB is probably too niche. I may get yelled at, but I'm pretty sure that's too niche. Niche? I never know how to pronounce that. But RAG and Python is good. Also, you did do something that I want to note. Do not bold this. I understand where you're coming from and that you want it to be visible, but bolding has the inverse effect, because when you are reading about 60 resumes in 30 minutes, so 60 resumes in 30 minutes, your eyes can kind of glaze over, and the bolding actually makes it harder. And what you end up doing is bouncing between all of these things, and then you actually miss some of the stuff you have, because again, I actually like some of the stuff you have that wasn't bolded, but I could miss them. So do not bold the stuff here. Do not bold the stuff here. And remember, this is not, I really got to fix this. This is on me. It's work history or projects. And the projects do not need the dates of employment. So I'm assuming this one down here is one, and maybe this is or not. But otherwise, I like what you have here. Again, this is not a destroy this resume and start again. It's just, we can probably get you from a 1 in 70 to maybe like a 1 in 60, 1 in 50 if you need a visa. If you don't need a visa, then this will probably go down to like a 1 in 10, 1 in 12. But I like the bones of this. So again, Could be better, but not the worst. So next resume. This is a software engineer intern role. Sorry, not software engineer intern, AI engineer intern. They're slightly different. AI, what we need is not everything. We just need a couple of things from each of these sections. So degree, basic software engineering, so TypeScript, JavaScript, React, SQL, Git, Cloud, APIs, Java, that's all there. I just need a basic amount of software engineering. Then a basic amount of AI, so like AI, ML, RAG, Gen AI, Agentic AI, AI, ML, AI tools, LangGraph or LangChain. And then I need to see that you can explain technical concepts to non-technical people and take direction and criticism and work well with others. So if you've noticed, there is a slight difference between the software engineer intern and the AI engineer intern, which is more of a focus on AI and the explanation of technical concepts, but the take direction and criticism is still the same. This person is a 1 in 75 in Canada, which is a little bit worse than normal in the US just because of the volume of roles, but they want to apply for some in the US as well, which if you are in Canada and you're applying to the US, you need to tell them how we can work with your visa, because how we can work with your visa is really easy. Like the Silicon Valley joke about the coder who needed to get his visa from Canada and he got it before Dinesh, it was played by Camille Nanjiani, who's my favorite actor, one of my favorite actors, played by before he even found parking. Like it's very easy, but you need to explain it because people may not know. So let's see if this person has it and what they're missing. And yeah, 20 seconds on the clock. And go. Degree, good. Built an automated ETL, hot dog in R. That's fine. Python to process air quality data, linking concentration protocols. Cloud data storage, SQL engine, transforming. Okay. Senior DevOps, GitHub. Technical, non-technical senior research, meeting all expected deadlines. I love that. Use Python, PyTorch, and Skibbity learn. Okay, time. My biggest problem with this is this reads exactly like you wrote it, like a data engineer, which is not bad. Again, I like some of this stuff, but I don't really see enough AI. And I don't think this needs to be 4 bullet points. I know you're there for a while and it's good experience, but most of it is a hot dog. Again, if you were applying to a data engineer position or even a software engineer position, there's a lot of this would be relevant. But remember, you gotta hyper focus on the role. So you can have multiple resumes, right? It's just like, am I really going to care about ETL? No, not really. Will I care about R? Maybe. I might care about R. R and Python is good. But then the rest of this is a hot dog. Again, you described it well, but the problem is this is only 2. And then cloud data lake storage. Again, I don't really care about cloud data lake storage. This is not a data engineer. I do care about AWS, though. You can say contributed to a AWS, whatever, serverless SQL engine. And then I don't really care about this or this. Transform the pipeline. And then why does this matter? So my problem here is there's only 2 here. And then mentored by senior integrating DevOps and GitHub. Do I like GitHub? Yes. I should mark these in actual things that people can see. So GitHub, great. CI/CD, great. DevOps, weirdly enough, great. Oh, everything did it. The rest of this, though, I don't really need. You know? Like, do I need Terraform? Not really. Even DevOps, I'm actually like, it's nice, but it's not, that's more like an extra credit. Mentor by senior DevOps team for, and again, this is not a good technical why. Why do I care that you were mentored? I care that you take direction and criticism, not mentor. There's a difference between those two. I need you to directly say, met with my mentor weekly, where we went over DevOps feedback for GitHub and CI/CD to fix it prior to the next meeting. And then collaborated environment. Don't say collaborated. It's the worst word you can use. Not the worst word. Say worked on an environmental research initiative, communicating technical details to non-technical senior researchers, and meeting all expected deadlines. But like, how did you do this, right? Like, what did you communicate? What technical details did you communicate? Did you communicate technical details about DevOps? What was it? I need a little bit more. And again, like, why did you communicate it? I don't want to just know that you communicated. Why did you do it? So again, It's not bad. Also, this is only 2 and 2. So remember, you have 2 keywords each. You want a minimum of 3, a maximum of 6. And then the problem I have here is this is not terrible, but it's bad for an AI because why is the first time I even see any AI here? And it's deep here, right? Like AI is extra credit for a software engineer intern, but for an AI intern, I want to see used Python. I want to see use scikit-learn. Scikit-learn. I just like saying scikit-learn. Using scikit-learn, NumPy, PyTorch, Python, pandas to mass spectrometry. Bring me back to my other days. Characterization for a condition for further study. This is fine. Why do I have to go all the way down here? And again, this is a hot dog and this is a hot dog. Why do I care that you trained that data set? I don't know. Engage in bi-monthly meetings to reach presenting findings, non-technical manage, integrate per feedback. Perfect. Love that. That one's good. So you have a mix of good and terrible bullet points. And I think that's why you're getting some interviews, but not as much as you should. Is some of these are just hot dogs. Some of these don't belong. Others are fantastic. So I want to see the AI faster, which again, you can just do by shrinking this. You could have 2 bullet points, right? This first job could be 2 bullet points, right? You just combine each of those 2 bullet points together, and then you'll be fine, right? That's 4 for each sentence, and then we go right down to here. But I'd also like a little bit more than just the tools. Like, was this a machine learning thing? Was this a Gen AI thing? Was this LangGraph, LangChain? What kind of AI was this? Was it agentic? I don't know. You didn't tell me. I want you to use the word that you're going for specifically. If this is ML, say machine learning, parentheses ML. If this is generative AI, put Gen AI. If this is agentic, put agentic. So good first try. Do those changes. You should get a lot more interviews. But that is all I can do for Batman. So thank you all very much for watching. And if you ever need help with your resume, you can always join me every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 11 a.m. PST on twitch.tv/headlessheadhunter and right here on YouTube. That is where I review people's resumes live if you are in chat. And to all of my members who get access to my videos early, if you want to be a member, you can join in the link below. But thank you for your support. I really appreciate it. I am a small channel and your membership means a lot to me. So thank you very much. But that's it for this episode, and I'll see you in the next one to help you get ahead of your job search. Later.